Hello there. A lot of you have heard of King Arthur, but this is a different story. It is set with King Arthur. It's King Arthur and blah blah blah. But let me do that again. What's it called? King Arthur and the Mantle.
It's King Arthur. So we'll try to introduce these idiot boards again for you.
It's just
King Arthur, the boy in the mantle.
okay.
So 3, 2, 1.
Hello there. Most of us have heard of King Arthur, but this story I haven't heard of myself. It's called King Arthur and the Boy in the Mantle. So, King Arthur with Guinevere and all his retinue were in Camelot, doing the usual thing, horn of mead here, a haunch of wild boar there, blah de blah de blah. Whereupon a boy appeared, and King Arthur looked at him and said, what have you got to offer this court? Well, sire, said the boy, let me elucidate. He pulled out a walnut shell. A walnut, said the king. Yes, but inside is a mantle, and he held it up, and it was as fine and gentle as a breeze in spring. Really, said the king, that looks a fine garment. Ah, 'tis better than that, my lord. Really, what's that? If your wife has been unfaithful, it will show. King Arthur was a bit put out by this, but he thought he'd better go with it. Okay, Guinevere, try this on. Do I have to? Yes, you do. It is my wish. We will prove this man a charlatan. Okay, and on went the mantle. And it changed from being fine silk to rags and all kinds of mess. And King Arthur looked in disbelief. How could you? She threw the mantle to the ground and ran off. Right, Bedivere, bring your wife up here. And sure enough, out comes Bedivere. Wife tries it on, same thing. She runs off crying. All the court tried it on bar one, and she said, look, I've not been a good girl. I've had my moments, I'll be honest, and I apologise. Oh, right. This was Bedivere. So she slipped this on, and it was beautiful raiment. Wow. So, because she'd been honest, that was that. Now you'd think she would get rewarded. No. Guinevere decided that she was a witch and was going to burn her. Fortunately, King Arthur stopped her. I mean, you know, she sort of, I could see it on one hand that she'd shown the others up, but she'd been loyal. Next, the boy went outside. And when he came back in, he had the head of a wild boar. Now, whoever carves this properly and neatly will be loyal to the king. So, out come the knives. After they cooked it, nobody could even touch it, apart from the husband again, Bedivere. And thin slices, beautifully done, everybody got a piece. So it just goes to show, I think, that when you look at things, telling the truth and being honest is the best policy. So, anyway, I hope you've enjoyed that. May the gods be with you and stay safe. Bye. I was doing something about a drinking horn. I've forgotten completely about that.
Right, we're going to do the drinking horn now. So grab the drinking horn. Did you mention the drinking horn in the video?
No, I didn't. But don't worry, we can link it in. I can do a link piece.
Right. So,
what was the drinking horn in connection with the story? Can you remind me?
The boy showed them his drinking horn of red gold and said that no one could drink from it without spilling, whose wife was not chastised.
Chaste.
And then they all tried to drink.
Apart from Bedivere. Yeah, okay.
You could always tie it into the challenge of Odin drinking from the horn as well. I thought, I mean, in Thor's challenge.
Or drinking the sea.
So, historical bit on drinking horns. Take one.
Hi there. Now, what does your average Viking use when he's quaffing his mead or ale? Simply a drinking horn, horn of the beast. And there's been much mythology and storytelling about it. There's a way of drinking. If you drink like you see on the Bay of Tapestry like that, you'll create an airlock and get covered in the drink. So what you do, you drink from the side here and in small gulps, that way. So does it have a bearing on today? Yes. You go to most pubs, you'll see a yard of ale, and that's where it comes from. Same approaches. Don't drink it down all at once, otherwise you're going to get soaked. So, in relation to the last story, it is said that if you drink properly and you're loyal to your wife and everything else, you won't get wet. Well, it turns out all of them were drinking away. They got it all down the front of the skirters. They got it in the face, all over the floor. The place must have looked and stank like crazy. But of course, the man who was honest and his wife was honest drank, and drank well. There's a lot of mythology, as I say, about drinking horns. The most modern one, of course, as I've already mentioned, is the yard of ale. That's where it derives from. And it's more a party game than actual refreshment or staying alive. So, what about it? You know, how do you get your drinking horn? Well, you kill the beast, you cut the horn off, and inside that is all spongy and bloody and everything. So you leave it in a big box of maggots. They eat the meat, you eventually tap it all out. Depending on your niceties, do you wash it out or just fill it with drink? Now, as I say, there is an art to drinking with a drinking horn. An airlock forms, and if that breaks, you get drenched. So you take sips. Another thing is, you can't put it down. So if you've got a big one like this, you're going to get drunk pretty quick. And if you're sick, it's called Odin's dart. And when you're drunk, you're in a state of grace that you could speak to Odin. I think that's an excuse to get drunk, but you know. So, you fill this up. What would they drink out of it? Depending on where you were. It's very unlikely you drink water because it's just not safe. So, you have small beer, which is got slight alcohol, which kills the germs. Or you could have cider, which is strong, ale that's strong, or most of all mead if you're wealthy. That's made with honey, highly alcoholic, and but I mean this particular one is more like, say Bragi was holding a feast. He'd stand at the door with this full of ale with his wife, and each person coming in would take a drink. And that way is a horn of welcome. And of course if you're late, then you have to drink maybe half of this or all of this, depending on how he felt, as a forfeit. It's considered very bad manners to turn up late. So anyway, we have found examples of this at Sutton Hoo and in various other, like the Gokstad ship. All that survives, of course, is the metal tip and the metal ring, usually of gold. Or silver. They became very ornate. As I say, if this was found, it would, all you'd find basically is the horsehead tip there. But there must have been some very fine examples. I believe in York Minster they have a 10th century drinking horn, although I think that's made from an elephant tusk, but it's hidden away. It has been on television, that's how I knew about it. But anyway, well worth getting a drinking horn and having a party. So until we meet again, Fahil.
Just to finish it off, just talk about what did the drinking horn get replaced with.
Uh-huh.
Then to hold the drawn up and hold that near random, and then just basically start it off with saying, what did the drinking horn get replaced with in the medieval age? You know, later on.
Yeah.
So we'll just introduce that for you. So just word it correct with the medieval term. So 3, 2, 1. What did the horn get replaced with?
Right. Well, you've learnt about the drinking horn. Well, what was it replaced with? Well, it wasn't overnight. You got horn beakers where they would cut, say, that part off and have a wooden bong, which was okay and if you used it regularly. Then, of course, I'll just put that down there, you got a ceramic beaker. These were easier to make and you could express yourself. This particular one, nice dark brown mug, and of course they were cheaper to replace. You didn't have the hassle. And one thing on archaeological sites you'll find a lot of, or I found, was a lot of ceramic. You find bowls, you find mugs and cups like this. It's also more durable in the fact you can drink a hot liquid from this without getting the taste of the horn. And that's one of the disadvantages of a drinking horn, that if you put hot liquid in it, it makes the drink taste a little bit gluey, and of course nobody wants that. Where you have a ceramic like this, it's more durable. It's durable, and also you can have a handle on it. You can have the size that is more palatable. Not everybody wants to get blasted out, you know, with mead. It's more sociable, and you can drink a hot liquid from it on a cold winter night. Heat up some wine, put some spices in it. I've drunk red wine with spices. There is a commercially available drink named after a certain county, which is excellent, especially if you put a bit of gin in it, but I don't think we're allowed to advertise it. But anyway, it's a good drink, it clears your head, and next time you have a mug of tea, just think of where that mug came from.
So just finish the video off to say, you know, to finish it off then.
Yeah.
Just say, so that's it for today, folks, and just don't forget to like the video, share the video, and leave us a comment.
Okay. Okay, well that's the end of that video, but please don't forget to like the video, share the video, and let us know your comments. So until we meet again, Fahil, goodbye.